That was some of your best work right there.
Okay.
Plays
Mental
on
note,
words are always.
FC is not competent judge of comedy.
We already knew that, right?
but now it's a mental note. So,
gotcha.
We're all a little bit mental.
Yes.
In our own special ways.
Especially wordy.
Bethel.
Special.
And we can welcome everyone to Gunnit Live 144. Because we didn't do it 2 weeks ago because we didn't have enough people. So tonight's a special episode, though, because we get to listen to the three amigos that went out to the sands of the desert and shot many fun guns. Machine guns.
To the cool
50s.
Kids.
We are the cool kids, yes.
The cool. Well, one's kid, the other two are. Yeah.
like I said at the thing, I'm a 48-year-old trapped in the body of a 75-year-old with the mind of a 12-year-old.
Did you have your boomer juice today?
Yeah, and I'm getting wings right now.
Nice.
Cosmodrome Mule.
So, don't have any topics because obviously the one topic is the big thing. It's quite the endeavor. I mean, you guys planned for a long time. You drive clear across the United States. Well, not clear across, but
most of the way across.
3/4, like a 3/5 drive. Wasn't the whole way, but we had to compromise.
Shit.
My drive was terrible. I took 3 hours and I had to stop for gas and everything.
Yeah.
The drive was not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Because Wordy did it. I was just reading Facebook the whole time.
We split it. I drove the second day.
Yeah.
At least.
How many days you make it get back in? Same amount, or you do it in less?
Yeah.
No, do it in 2 days.
Same amount, 2.5.
Oh.
I can't even imagine driving 2 days to go to a machine.
Well, I could. Well, I told there was another option on the table, which is called I just drive for like 20 hours straight till I pass out, and you take the hands and you can get a drive across the country in like a day and a half. But that wasn't an option, understandably, because it sucked.
My restroom schedule won't allow that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you guys could stop back on the way through, except I would have to get more hot or chocolate syrup for Rory to dump in his fucking Kahlua. The Baileys. Yeah. Oh my God.
It was expired Bailey. To be fair.
Oh, that's the best kind. That's the best kind.
You're making Fluffy's diabetes worse just by consuming it next to him.
Wilfred Brimley kept staring over the top of the couch. So, yeah, it was. The drive wasn't too bad. We didn't get any speeding tickets. We didn't get stopped and frisked.
Yeah. Keep in mind, they went through Illinois twice.
Yeah,
that's fucking scary, dude.
That's
you got some wheels on you. Let's just say that.
Well, the best part was we went through Illinois and saw like one cop. Now we went through the southern part on the way back, but we saw like one cop on the way back. And then we get to the military state of Ohio, and like a dozen cops easily.
Each time, half the cops you see in the country driving by it will be all in Ohio.
To be fair, they got to watch out for juggalos.
Selling Enfields.
It's such a small state with such a high population.
Yeah, it's mostly empty, right? There's like a closed down GM plant and a tire factory or something. I don't think there's anything else in Ohio.
Cincinnati,
Columbus. It's basically juggalos and Mennonites.
Yeah, there's an oil refinery here and there, and a brownfield everywhere, right?
I'm counting my harvest here. Let's see.
Oh, what you got there?
Supposedly 100 rounds. We'll see how much it is.
Ah,
try to go through.
Is that from Anzio?
Yeah.
So they finally came through.
Yeah, only a year. It's not bad.
No.
But it showed up while you were gone, right?
Yeah. It showed up while I was gone. So if I did need it, well, then fuck me, right?
They I'm sure they welcome you to try the competition if you're not satisfied.
Which is nobody, right?
Nobody.
Yep. Except for those $90 rounds of AP that I linked earlier.
Yeah, which are Mike's rounds anyway. They're still his rounds.
Yeah. Let's take 5 minutes and audit the number of games in town. Just one still. Okay. We'll take our time.
You guys,
if there was a big enough market there, it seems like you could probably, introduce some competition.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's got, a $5,000 entry fee, right, for a press and dies. So that kind of
like log splitter.
Yeah.
And you have to have the wheels on you to fucking have the audacity to carve cases out of stainless steel and pretend they're gonna work.
Is that how they do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Angio makes the fucking
like bar stock?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why it takes so fucking long. Could you imagine
really
fucking hogging out a case?
Oh yeah, he said his lathe went down. I mean, that was the reasoning, but
Jesus.
I mean, I think maybe it took a little longer to fix than I was thinking it would. But
they should have two, probably. Well, I don't know how many rounds do they do a year. I wonder.
2 is one and 1 is none. Yeah, I think I kind of topped them out there for a while.
Mm.
I ordered 150, so
Jesus,
you gotta have enough.
Wow.
So did you have any 20 millimeter shoot at all?
The guy brought a 20 millimeter and then said he'd let people shoot it, and then
he didn't
remember that the next day.
I never once heard him yell, "Hey guys, who wants to shoot the Lottie?"
Yeah, it was like one of those things where they said they were, and then that was immediately forgotten.
Yeah.
Well, I don't jump to. Well,
yeah, I mean,
I kind of do a little bit, but yeah.
$34 around.
Yeah, then don't say you will.
No, you're supposed to remember and go ask.
I did.
Oh, did you? And
yeah.
You said no? Oh shit.
I was asking. I asked. Remember, I went talking down the line to every person.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're one of those people who talks to people.
Yeah, I do that thing where I just see neat guns. I ask people about them.
That's so weird.
So weird. They're supposed to stand there awkwardly and then walk.
Get mad. A picture when they're not looking.
Stand there awkwardly and look all weird, and then get butthurt when they don't turn around and ask you what you're doing.
Why did that guy ask me what I wanted to know? Yeah. Okay, so he sent me exactly 100.
You didn't even get one extra, man.
Bro, he doesn't do it by weight.
So he sent you.
No, wait.
66% of your order.
No, hold on. Yeah, I'm wrong. He sent me 50.
What?
How can you math that wrong?
Yeah, just lay it out in piles of 5.
They're big. They're hard to count and stack.
Just lay them out on the floor in piles of 5.
That's what I'm telling.
You need to get you a rubber band and bundle them together and.
Oh, is that what it is? Rubber band?
I have these things called children. They're really good at counting. I think you have a couple of those around, don't you?
Oh, hey, practice.
What if I call them gum bands?
You guys might like this. I was out of
That's 5.
With a customer of mine a couple days ago.
Hey, he sent me 50 more. He still owes me 50.
Mm.
God damn it! It's hard squeezing these out of it.
Let's take an audit of the number of games in town.
No, but I gotta send him an email now and be like, "Hey, thanks for some of my stuff again.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that."
Call him up to bitch and be like, "Well, you can go to somebody else."
Yeah, I know
about that.
Yeah. I mean, because 100 rounds, I don't think that's gonna last that long.
He bought some ammo cans.
What's his face? Said he went through like 50.
Fucking arms list. And the guy had cut up 2x4s in there to make the ammo cans seem full.
FC and Fluffy can't tell each other are talking at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Who's talking at the same time?
All right, so
all the F kids here.
I can't hear FC at all.
I was at the range with a customer, and he bought some ammo off Arms List. It came in ammo cans, and going through it, it's like it's supposed to be like 500 rounds of 9mm in here, but then we're pulling out like some cut up pieces of 2x4 to make the ammo can look full.
Oh boy!
AA battery, some 45 casings, a comb, and I'm just like, what? Where the fuck did you buy this? He's like, it was cheap. I'm like, it's for a reason. Just so bad.
So you guys do most of the shooting during the day, or did you do mostly night shooting since you brought tracers?
So I came back with half my tracers, so no.
I did most of my shooting during the day because I had a misbelief on how tracers work.
Misbelief?
Yeah.
What, that they're not cool?
Yeah. And my guns are cool anyway. I'm a little fish when I go to machine gun shoot. It's not like the person with like all the cool shitty semi-auto guns at the weird internet meetup that I go to.
You did have the most esoteric 50 there, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, the big Sandy picture guy did walk past everybody else's guns and run right to mine.
Yep. I've never seen one up there before. Fluffy had a damn good one too. It's behind you, right?
Lynx is pretty fun, yeah. No,
dude,
it's still in a case somewhere.
So I'm anti-bullpup, as you know, but I figure now that I've seen and shot that making a 50 really small is a great excuse to make a bullpup.
Yeah.
I'm
with you there, Chris.
How much smaller is it though than like say a Barrett? Because Barretts really aren't that terribly long.
Like
it's about 3 inches longer than an AK with a fixed stock.
Yeah.
Huh. That's pretty damn short.
It's really fucking small for a 50.
Yeah, but
really
that's probably
tiny.
is that an 18-inch barrel or?
No. I don't know what it is. I'd have to look.
20 maybe?
My guesstimation would be 24, but I don't know.
It plus it retracts, when it's cold outside.
Oh yeah, you can induce shrinkage and stuff it in your backpack and go hunting for a grizzly.
Yeah, for carrying it, you can make it like 6 or 8 inches shorter.
It's so crazy though. The thing when you pull the trigger, it goes bang and then waka chunka right next to you. The action is really super slow and kind of awesome.
And it gently deposits the 50 cal case like a foot.
Yeah.
And on your head.
Like
if you're standing up and shooting over somebody to your right, it falls on their head. Yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I did really quick, believe it or not.
Barrel length is 43.3 inches.
What?
Really?
Wait, what?
No fucking way. 43?
That's what the Wikipedia thing says.
That cannot be right.
No, think about it. It's pretty. The barrel is.
It's set back a ways, but it's got. I mean.
Yeah, no, but it's like I'd say a good foot and a half, 2 foot is in that gun though.
So looking quickly to see the OAL overall length of an AK length AKM is 834.
The rifle is only 36.5 inches long though.
No.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that leaves. Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
Operating length is 44.3.
There
That's
we
the
go.
entire length of the rifle.
Barrel length is 28.7. Sorry.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay. Wow.
28. So that's as long as the regular Barrett barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in an AK size package, but not same weight, obviously.
Oh, motherfucker.
Neat gun.
I
finally got to shoot a BAR too. That was sweet. Oh, and I also get to touch Fluffy's Johnson again.
I get to shoot a PPSH.
Not mine.
Yeah, not yours though.
Still broke?
Fucking, it's broke more now. The fucking the side of the right side of the lower cracked.
Ooh.
So yeah, so I mean the lower is not the registered part. The upper is the registered part. But Mickey had a couple of Russian PPSH lowers in his truck because
you do.
Yeah. And he sold me one, and I started fitting it, and I finally got to like. They're not the same. They did not have standardization on dimensions on those things because I couldn't just make it work on my gun. So yeah.
You got it close though.
Oh yeah, no, I got the first step done, and then when I closed the top cover, it wouldn't latch, and the bolt was squeezed between the top and the bottom. So, fucking nightmare. Anyway,
so is the way to fix that is just get a whole bunch of different lowers until one works, or can you fix that without?
Well, ultimately, I'm going to fix it by welding the lower together again, but you know. To get it running, I'm hoping that I have a Polish parts kit, and I'm hoping that the lower just goes on my upper. But we'll see. I don't know. The gun needs work. So
next year I got to bring my 110 volt welder. That's what we were missing.
Hook it up to the generator and give her hell.
Yeah.
Well, safety squints and good luck and Godspeed and yeah. I got a TIG welder here. I can trench it and weld each half separately, kind of thing, and all that. But it's unfortunate that I got to do that to a CNR gun. But I wonder if there's a PPSH plumber out there somewhere.
So I've got an extra lower sitting on my bench over there, but I don't have any other parts for it. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of the shit I bought from the SOT when they went belly up.
Yeah.
I bet you finding a semi-auto upper for that's probably not going to be very easy.
No.
That doesn't exist with SMGs.
BRP might have one.
And the bolt, too.
Oh, they exist. They're just super expensive.
Put some oil on that, starting to rust.
I've seen semi-auto PPSHs.
Yeah, the 16-inch long ones that look all silly. Yeah.
I've seen them SBR too. People cut those down.
Yeah.
If you cut them down, you can make them look like they've never been cut down really easily.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the best thing about the shoot?
I got like 9 out of 8 planes.
Really?
I definitely got one. I did. I fucking shot one down.
I had some really good feelings. Like I got a bunch too. Like
not a bunch. I got one. I got one.
Yeah.
I fucking nailed that fucking thing.
I had a guy from the audience come up behind me and say, "Dude, I think you got that one." Like, fuck yeah, I did. So I got a sort of half-ass confirmed kill there, but
I mean, that's all I did in wartime, right? Oh, I think I shot that guy down.
Yeah,
I concur, sir.
KIA, baby.
Yeah, you trade confirmed kills. No, shooting planes out of the sky is fun. I think my plane game is escalating. I think I'm.
Are they like slow ones or like those super fast ones? You see, like
fast.
Yeah.
They're doing electric ones with lithium batteries and styrofoam and LED lights at night instead of the glow sticks and stuff, so they don't look like it's whoa. They're up in the plane game.
Yeah, it's very cool.
They're a little overconfident. They're not bringing enough yet, but I think we'll have an arms race and it'll be great.
Well, you got Myron with those dual A&M2s, and you got Mickey with his dual FG42s. Like those fucking A&M2s, you see them fire, it's like just a line of tracers coming out of them. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize Myron had a set of those.
There's like 1,200 rounds a minute, aren't they?
Yeah. It's an American MG42. It's a really skinny, svelte-looking 1919, basically. They're kind of dope as hell, actually. Somebody either right next to us or at the end of our line had one too. Just one on a
I think Myron was like 4 or 5 spots to the left of us, like past the machine gun guy.
Yeah.
Those guys that like bring up a pallet of ammo. Pre-linked.
He didn't bring up that much, but he had quite a bit.
Yeah. Mickey also has twin A&M2s and He doesn't. He brings about twice as much ammo as I do, which is probably 6,000 rounds. I guess I don't know. I bring 3 for the 1919. I'm running at half speed and 1 gun. So
That means you get to shoot longer, right?
pretty much. I keep telling him to put an EOTech on those things. That's the way to go.
Get one of those, you have like the big one or just like the normal size one?
No, I just put a normal one on. Yeah, there was I saw a couple of guys with a big.
I got to shoot one.
Nice.
I got to shoot one. Yeah, I asked the guy.
By talking to people?
Yeah, I like literally. I was like, hey, I know this is like weird, but can I like look down the optic? I was like, I've never even seen one of those in person. He's like, yeah, sure. You want to shoot it once? I'm like, sure. And then I went like that. And boom. He's like, it's right on, right? Take a few more. Boom, boom, boom. And I did like a 3-round burst.
Nice.
Yeah.
On a 50.
So is the
on a 50.
is the reticle the same size? It's just on a fucking flat screen TV, or
I think
it's like this big. It's like 4 inches across, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty big, but like it looks the right size for the optic because the optic is hilariously big.
When I first learned about those, I looked them up, and I think the price I found was $3,000 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right?
Well, the military is the only one buying them for their freaking M2s.
Yeah, right. Like nobody's gonna put one on an AR. Maybe not even Chris Costa.
That would be funny though. I doubt it even has a Picatinny rail mount though. I bet you it mounts some different way though.
No,
I guess
I didn't look. I think it is a pit rail though.
I bet you GG&G doesn't make a QD mount for it.
Yeah.
We'll sell 10s of them. It'll be awesome.
There's a bunch of neat guns there that I've never seen in person in the wild before.
Mm-hmm.
Did that 30mm autocannon make it or not?
no, guy
No.
fucking dipped.
That looked like some high tech shit.
Yeah, it would have been fun to shoot.
Yeah.
I brought cash to burn, and I had to spend it on stupid stuff like food and stuff.
Giving them damn 4-H kids money.
Apparently lodging as well.
Yeah, didn't sleep in my car because I'm a glamper.
Yeah, sleeping in a camper isn't that fun if there's a hotel room available.
Dangerous
Glamper, glamorous
Oh.
camper, glamour
Yeah.
camper.
Dangerous Bob brought another recoilless rifle. That was pretty sweet.
Ooh. Blow out any more RV windows with that one?
No, he was relegated to another 100 yards.
way down
He was
there.
Another 100 yards down the hill.
Dude, I was in the RV one day when I don't know. I think it was Saturday morning shoot or something. Those fucking bombs rattle the fuck out of that RV. Like when you're inside, you hear it. You feel the whole all the walls shake. It's like holy shit.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't seem like nothing when you're outside and it's just you, but that RV
You get that
really,
reverb.
That's a super fun wake up with a huge hangover.
Like Tannerite bombs? Or?
Yeah, no, you're sleeping with your super duper hungover. You're crashed past. It's warm, more warm than you want it to be. You got to piss. Your feet hurt. Your shoes are way over there, and all of a sudden you hear "Breed!" Boom, boom, boom.
And you can even just go piss. You have to put your shoes on too. That's the worst part.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
that?
You can't even just go piss. It's not like you can just wake up and go piss. You actually have to put on your shoes.
Yeah,
and
you put
walk.
shoes on, put
You
your
can do
headlight on if it's nighttime.
Yeah,
Dude.
ear pro if people are blowing shit up in the day.
Oh yeah.
I just plug my
Piss
ears
outside the camper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Just open the door, let fly.
It's a porta potty
It's a
situation.
common area. You gotta go to
Yeah,
the
you can't do that.
They allow girls there.
Sadly.
And probably kids too.
Yeah.
Yep.
There were a whole bunch. What were the other interesting ones? The Mac rifle that I actually got to shoot.
The what?
The Mac rifle.
Oh yeah, that thing's weird.
Really?
Yeah, I shot it. I'm like, hey, can I put? He's like, I don't care, and I did.
What's a
And I put,
Mac
like, 10 rounds.
rifle?
Yeah, it's a Mac rifle.
I assume an M11 with a stock and a long barrel.
Yeah, and like it looks like a shitty Thompson. Like those Sten Thompsons that look obnoxious. It's like if you put a Thompson in the middle of a Mac but used like surplus furniture that didn't line up right. That's what they look like.
Is it auto or semi?
Bro, it's full auto, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I get to shoot that pink AUG, but I did get to shoot another AUG though, so I like the other AUG I shot.
we had some interesting kids in the group this time. Yeah, transferable pink AUG. Because why the fuck not?
Sadly, one of the best was for everybody else was that L1A2 heavy barreled inch with a metric receiver foul that I got to shoot because I've never even seen one of those in person. Let alone the kits are extremely rare.
But you have to be like a hardcore foul-tard to even
Yeah,
understand.
you have to be like a hardcore foul-tard to even know what it was. I saw it.
You're like, I've been training for this my whole life.
So there was 2 guys on the line that knew what it was, Wordy and the guy that owned it.
Yep, literally. I went up and I started talking to him about it and all this stuff, and he's like, "Hey, you want to shoot it?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'll go get my ammo. I have magazines too." He's like, "No." And then I just got magged up with a bunch. It literally recoils. The recoil system or the brake on it works so well that when you shoot it, it actually pushes it down instead of up.
That just reminded me that I never got my 10-inch or 11-inch upper out to play with that to show you that it does the same thing. It's
for fireballs.
Yeah.
Or the one that recoils forward.
It seems to like have a gyroscope and sit in space in one place. It's really weird. Anyway, but don't mean to detract from Wordy's story because that's pretty cool.
That was pretty much it. There's the coolest guy. I could shoot other people's guns too. There was another transferable foul, but it was just an inch L1A1. Those are.
Did you get to shoot Scott's heavy bro?
Yeah, I did too. He was talking with that guy, and he said something wrong about fouls, so I had to bring out my foul and show him how he was wrong.
I was impressed with the original Rhodesian pistol brace, though, dude. I'm telling you.
He's like, is that an SBR? I'm like, no. He's like, yeah. He's like, you're just fucking with me. And I'm like, no. And then I wiggled the rubber on the bottom. He's like,
it's a Rhodey pistol brace, bro. They thought way ahead.
Yeah.
You shot the DP-28.
Yeah, DP2, but I've shot a lot of those.
Yeah, we shot one.
I mean, I like shooting them, but I have shot a lot of them. Because there's so many posties, because the kits are cheap, right?
But he didn't load up the magazine with the hula girl on it.
Yeah, no,
I didn't see that getting used.
Yeah, I didn't see. I think that mag may have broke because if you know anything about DP-28s, that the mags aren't hilariously long-lived.
It also includes the sights.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, whatever. Who cares?
Was
dancing?
Was Battlefield Vegas out there? They bring their tank out again that nobody wanted to fire from inside the turret.
I would.
They wouldn't allow Mickey to fire that from inside the turret.
Wait, they wouldn't allow him, or?
Well, yeah, because there's been an incident with a Hellcat in Oregon where a man and his son were playing with it and apparently experimenting with hand loads or whatever, and the breech gave way, and they both got turned into hamburger inside the.
When was that?
Turret of their Hellcat. It was like a year or two ago. I don't know. It wasn't the Hellcat that shows up at Big Sandy, but it was a Hellcat 118 or whatever.
The Hellcat did nothing wrong.
Yeah. Well, it's probably a re-weld cannon. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Pay the extra $500 to get it X-rayed.
It's way better to be outside the tank with exactly. Get Fluffy's dad to check it out for you first.
To MPI it, maybe.
Yeah.
I told him I wasn't going to shoot my Brent 10, and he's like, "My dad will check it out and make sure it's okay." And I'm like, "Okay, fine. I'll shoot it then." Now it's all ready. So I blame you.
Hey, X-ray.
It's obviously used. Before it was only obviously finger fucked.
Little mag particle and little X-ray fixer right up.
But my value, bro. I got shit for my mummy wrapped Enfield. He was good. Where'd he mummy wrap the boys before he took it home? I'm like, well, that ain't really mummy wrapped unless you dip it in Cosmoline, you know.
Right.
Yeah, we got to figure out a case situation for that.
For the boys.
Yeah, it's fucking but it would just make it more obnoxious to move around.
I concur. My 1919 gets twice as heavy when it's in the fucking case.
You should rig up some sort of dolly that you just attached on the buttstock and pull it around on wheels, like, you know.
No, it's not. No. It's not that it's heavy. It's just that it's fucking an awkward shape, and you can't put it.
It's long as fuck, right?
Yeah, but it only weighs like 40 pounds. It's not really.
You also don't really want it to get scuffed up and shit, because you know.
Yeah, that's the reason why is when you're moving it. That's why I wrap it in towel or like t-shirts that are cotton, and then a tarp, so that it doesn't get fucking beat the fuck around by everything next to it.
Well,
oh
you should
God,
also
dip
it. You should. If I had a boys, I would arrange for it to be.
The feet were already worn. If there's parts on it that are already worn, I don't care. Like the bottom of the second grip on it is like beat to shit because they actually use this thing, and then the bottom of the feet are. I don't care about those. In the muzzle device on it's beat to shit too because they drag it against a bunch of things. So,
hang on. I can translate this. I speak jive. I'm a total normie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tie it to the back of my bike and drive it around.
I did tie it.
You're not gonna be rubbing that one in the creek dirt, huh?
Remember though, Fluffy, I did wrap the entire action which sat against the muzzle in my sweatshirt, which I then put inside of a backpack though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I was protective of it.
You were protective.
And I knew I was going to be stripping the barrel down, so I didn't care about that.
It was super fun picking fucking pea gravel out of my face.
Every time you shoot it, boom!
The muscle break on the fucking boys is uniquely qualified to fucking shoot little tiny rocks right in your fucking eye holes.
I really did wonder whenever I first took that thing apart for the first time how much fucking sand got in this thing. I'm like, how did all this fucking sand get in this gun? And
no fucking good for North Africa.
Then after I shot it in the desert, I'm like, wow, that literally, the first shot, I'm like, wow, that literally explained everything I ever needed to know about that question.
Filled itself with pea gravel. Yeah. Little tiny pieces of quartz. Uh-oh. Puppy's having issues. Yeah.
You there?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
Okay.
I heard buzzing noises. No, they weren't annoying. I was just concerned for your safety, sir.
So, what was the worst thing about Big Sandy? Sleeping arrangements, being stuck with two other smelly dudes in the camper.
I'm gonna guess that it was the snoring coming through the princess suite.
I swear to God, I must have farted 120 times the one.
I heard all of
myself up like 8 times. Oh my God!
Where's the food? Where's FC at?
He dropped off.
Oh, I was gonna say it's probably the guy who was literally the younger, skinnier version of FC.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
The world's biggest game.
Hang on, what?
The other guy, FC2. I'm gonna call him.
Oh, your buddy from the internet?
No.
No. The Sebastian.
FC2, the other slightly younger dude. FC, there we go. We're calling it.
It was like Beetlejuice. She says name.
Yeah, it was. It was like Beetlejuice in real life too. Because I'm like, where's some douchebag who's going to talk up a huge game and then fucking fall back on everything he ever said, and then it happened.
You guys got problems. But I admire both of you. One is a kid from the internet who can't be impressed by anything, and the other guy is a gung ho Marine who can't be slowed down for nothing. Yeah, and you two cannot meet on common ground, but I understand both of you, and I like both of you.
Except that I was impressed by a gun there.
We need to make a TV show.
Yeah, that L1.
Oh yeah.
I told you there was nothing. And
yeah, but you're literally the only guy who understood what it was, so nobody cares how impressed you were with
it. I was like taken back that like such a cool gun existed, especially its provenance, because it was like such a weird gun to even exist. It made it like one of the best, probably neatest guns I've shot in a while. I'm sorry, it outshined the Lynx for me, Fluffy.
That's okay.
Gun?
What?
It's transferable machine gun.
Yeah, but it's like really weird because it was added and manufactured in '85, but it was sterilized on a re-weld, which was never re-welded.
Conceptually, I can understand that, but I don't know enough about them to get it.
It's a metric inch. Terrible fouls that were metric an inch. This person did that, but they actually put all the work and machining in to make it work and not be a fucking huge mess.
That sounds like my SDW M16.
Yeah, there you go.
I really, really want to convert this to full auto, but it doesn't have pinholes that match any pinholes that Colt ever made ever. So hopefully it works just fine. But hey, good luck.
Good luck.
So how much did he want for it?
The foul?
Yeah.
He said he paid like $8,000 for it, and it wasn't for sale.
Bummer.
I've literally never seen one, like in person, or I've seen like them on the internet, but never transferable. That's how like uncommon they are.
It's kind of cool when you run across a gun that's super uncommon plus transferable, because
No, it's like I wouldn't even say uncommon. I would say that gun.
Rare as fuck, and
even that kit is rare. Yeah. That kit by itself, if you would just buy the kit, would be like a $4,000 kit today. Now, it being transferable is easily, I would say, for like provenance to it, would easily be like an 18 grand plus foul right now, which is like on the higher end of fouls, like an original STG 58, like that would be transferable, would be like the highest end. But only if you're a foul nerd, I guess.
Well, I mean, you could help me to understand it, and then I would appreciate it more.
It's just that there's like none of the kits were ever imported in. Like how Mickey was talking about the MG74. How that's the rare one.
Right, yeah. The MG42 nobody ever heard of, including me, until it came out of his face there.
Yeah, but it was that of foul.
Yeah.
There's rare, but they were literally never transported. And if I saw one, I would not just be curious. I would be generally awestruck. That
I think your price estimate is low because a regular run of the mill foul is running 19 grand right now.
Is it?
Yep, transferable.
Yeah, RIA was showing auctions for like 13 grand sell like a couple months ago.
Yeah, but
Really?
they sandbagged sell price? I was going to say they sandbagged their estimates.
Yeah.
They what?
They sandbagged their estimates.
Estimates are always.
Oh no, I think it was a sell price, but it was for
holy fucking shit. AK-47 conversion is 30 grand.
You gonna sell it?
No.
No.
Holy. Sorry, I look at Machine Gun Price Guide once in a while. And
Who the fuck who's gonna buy these guns? That's the part I keep asking.
Well, Sebastian really wanted to buy it.
Yeah, I guess he likes the trannies, as he liked to say.
The trannies, yeah, and the trunnies as well.
Trannies and the trunnies.
Holy shit! Where else am I sitting?
Cheaper to be an SOT.
AR-15s are plain ass registered receiver AR-15s are $20K. God.
So since Max
you know what? Mickey did just fine on that fucking BAR. So my buddy
he didn't pay hardly anything for that thing.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. When I bought Mickey's 1919 and his AK for $33K total, he turned around and bought that BAR, and now CNR BAR is $60K.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he told me what he paid for that thing.
Did he?
Yes. And
it was like $5 grand.
No, but it was way fucking less than $60K. That's for sure.
And it's a Winchester.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot for a BAR. Granted, it's probably
Not
war.
the A1, not the 1918
Yeah,
A1.
you know, they had the
War
whole
province.
World War One YouTube series and stuff lately and stuff. So that shit
Yeah.
goes.
So
Number 1, it's a Winchester. Number 2, it's 1918 A1. Most of them were converted to A2s at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a shitload for a gun.
And
Yeah.
the wood's in really good shape. It's got a couple scratches on the receiver, but
They were selling for 35 in 2017.
yeah, when I bought the Johnson,
That's right, when the World War One, the fucking YouTube series started. Yeah. That's hilarious. And they're like skyrocketed to fucking 45 to 60. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, when I bought the Johnson, I tried to buy the guy's 1918 BAR at the same time for 35, and he wasn't having it.
Wow. Is the Johnson's not even on machinegunpriceguide.com.
No, it's not.
Hipster.
Yeah, there's not too many.
So what are the cheapest MGs right now? It's,
Still a max by far.
now, isn't it art? Because the legs brought them up.
Lage, they're still topping out at like 7-8 grand.
No, what's the other things? There's
Sterling.
Risings
Yeah,
are always gonna be low because nobody wants one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
risings. Yeah, risings and sten.
Risings are still below 7.
I mean, you can get a sten for like 4,500, right?
Let's see, where's the sten?
I guess you could probably get the Mac 10s. It seems like Ruben had them for 5,500 noon box.
Yeah, they're not as desirable.
No, they're not.
Stens are over 7K now.
What?
Shit, that's crazy. CNR stems are 13.
Woo!
Are you fucking
13,000?
No, that's insane.
Jesus Christ!
And
Who's
CNR,
buying this shit?
CNR PPSHs are 15.
People who get like a tax return, I guess.
The
Did
PPSH
you just
is
say
like
CNR stens
a
are
much
30
better gun
grand?
than the sten.
CNR stems are what?
How much are CNR stens?
13.
13. Okay, I just sold one for less than 13.
Well, that was dumb.
Specious,
Yeah.
but okay.
Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you go to machinegunpriceguide.com?
Who are you talking to?
Because I didn't think 13 was...
Talking to FC. I don't understand why you can't hear him.
I cannot hear him at all. I can't.
I thought 13 was
Not even a
completely
little bit.
outrageous.
There are
I'm calling it a feature, not a bug.
at least 5 sales on the graph for at 13 for a Sten CNR.
All right, I got to do more homework when I get home. I'll be there in 30 minutes.
But who the shit has a CNR Sten anyway? I mean, come
Somebody in a CNR only state.
on. Yeah. What's the Smith & Wesson 76 going for? 13, 14 grand? Holy
See,
shit.
those seem ridiculous too because they're pretty much the same thing, right? Tube gun.
Yeah, same as the Sterling.
American 180s are 16K, 17K.
What's Sterling's going for?
Good thing you only paid like 7, right? And still filed the stamp.
11 or 12. I can't remember. It was 12, I think. Yeah.
Oh.
Sterling? Sterling. Which one? Sterling or Sterling Mark V?
I don't know.
17K for Sterling. Mark V is also 17K.
I'm already making money.
There you go.
The machine gun price guide's like the stamp thing for the NFA tracker, though, right? You have to personally enter your info, correct?
No, I believe.
Or does it pull?
Somebody who's super dedicated is tracking public sales of guns.
Yeah.
Huh.
By hand, almost, like, you know.
I wonder how they would find the info for that for like a public sale because
Stormgewehr and
yeah, but it's not like I guess if they marked them sold, they'd assume whatever the price was asking is what they sold for, right?
Frank Gephardt's thing.
Well, and also our Rock Island and
Ruben.
Yeah, Ruben.
Gun America or wherever, any bid site that puts the public final bid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw somebody. There was a talk about the Lottie and in Discord, and Rock Island sold one for $6,500.
Oof.
But that was like back in 2015. So
those semi-auto 22 caliber AK conversions are about $7,000. Get the Filipino. Who cares? It's a transferable machine gun.
I guess.
These are
Scott was soft selling those LM7s. Do those work?
What's an LM7?
That upper, the 22 belt fed upper.
Oh yeah. Well, he's got 4 of them, so I don't know. But
I saw a video one time online.
I saw Bob trying to get one to work at a match several times, and he had trouble with it. But he had more trouble with pepper poppers than he did with the gun. So I guess they work pretty good. But
was it maybe it's a gun that's exclusive to mini mags?
Yeah, you might have to find the 22 that likes. Absolutely.
Who was it that was? I read something or I heard something right. Either it was either at Big Sandy or I read something right afterwards where CCI mini mags are made at 2 different factories, and the ones at one factory work fine. And
that's what Scott was saying.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And the ones at the other factory are all shit.
No, they
just didn't work in the gun.
The gun works great on the ones from the one factory, but not from the other.
How do you tell? Because they only put batch codes on mini mags.
I don't fucking know.
Like, how honestly do you tell? Because I have literally ammo cans of just mini mags and different CCI things, and they just have batch numbers and years on them.
You used to be rich.
Yeah.
I'm confused because I've just never seen the batch unless I just glanced over it.
I have no idea.
See, you lose all the info when you take them out of the box and just dump them into the can.
I know that. Well, I actually keep the
you take the box with the lot and all that shit numbered off and throw it in the can.
If it's a plastic box, I take it and I wrap the wrapper on it. But if it's a paper box, I smash one flat and put it on the side, and then I tape one to the top of it. That's what I was saying. I know for a fact I have cans of mini mags and shit like that, and I've never seen a batch number. I'm just curious of where that's at.
There's got to be a lot number on it, right?
No, but there's lot numbers, but there isn't a batch number. I don't know if you just have to have.
Why do you think you couldn't trace a lot to a certain factory?
How do you do that?
I don't know. Call them up and ask them.
Yeah. Which factory did this come from?
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
It's super important because reasons. And G42s are sitting pretty at 55.
Best.
That's not ghetto.
So an MG0815 is 12. You can get a giant lunky water belt fed for.
Was that what Sebastian was shooting with the what do you call the 2 magazine, the snail mags, the dropple mags, or
MG81, I believe.
Oh, they actually have a nomenclature.
A doppeltrommel. It means double drum.
Yeah.
Double snail.
Doppeltrommel.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that thing was ripping it out.
Yeah, I believe that's an MG81. It might be also an MG15.
08/15 kind of thing.
No, 0815 is a Maxim gun. It's with a dumb little like 2 legs 5 inches apart bipod that is like solid casting, retarded. Yeah, like what were they even thinking? I don't even know.
Gotcha.
It's not German engineered.
No, it was German engineered, but like 100 years ago when they didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Before they got into all the amphetamines and stuff during World War II.
Right. No,
if I buy that Hotchkiss, I got to figure out a way to make it fun to shoot.
Which Hotchkiss?
John? 1914. Yeah. It's got that mount with that little seat on it, which is cool as hell.
It sounds like it feels like it would hurt your butt.
No, it's actually pretty fun. You got to just lift it up a little bit. It's a little low, for us guys. But and then you can't move it around. You know what I mean? It's not like wiggly.
Yeah. Who did I just see? So fucking CN Arsenal just did a Hotchkiss video on that like yesterday.
Yeah, their lightning program or whatever.
Mm-hmm. What caliber is it in?
2 calibers.
8 LaBelle and
5 and 8 LaBelle and I think it's in is it 54?
I don't know. I haven't kept. So to me, I was like, that's not a gun I will ever buy. So I would never.
Yeah, but
never
it's
even...
got brass on it. It's a hipster. Cool.
It looks cool.
You shoot it with your pinky out. I mean,
okay.
All steaming out its water jacket, right?
No, it's not water jacket. It's air cooled.
Oh yeah.
It's the goofy
That's
French
right.
gun with a dinky tiny pistol grip and the ginormous air cooling pressed on apparatus 5-fin thing on the barrel, and it's strip fed, and it's a cool gun, but boy,
I don't know. Fun though. I don't know if it's fun.
Does it come with the mount he uses it on plus another mount? Or?
Yeah, 2 mounts, fucking every accessory known to man, right?
Both of the mounts they need.
The little boxes and
see when you have that much money to buy all that shit, you have enough money to pay somebody to load all those stripper trays up and.
Well, once again, like you, I have children, so
yeah, that's very true.
But you have to source weird ammo. I mean, both calibers are weird, unless it's 7.60 by 54. But then still, spam cans are getting 40 cents a round or whatever.
Level would be impossible.
Yeah.
Actually, I just saw somebody's had a link to. Someone had some end that seemed pretty reasonable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I got my 1886 Kropatschek ammo.
Nice.
Except the rims aren't beveled.
So that means it's not going to extract, right?
Dished. So the rim is about the right thickness. It's a little thick, but not much. But it's not dished, so I don't know if the firing pin is going to be able to set off the primer or not. And I emailed the cranky old guy that made it.
Did you forget a step, bro?
And he has not responded back to me. So
was that how many days ago was that?
Email twice a week, so
yeah,
if that.
Yeah.
Seemed like every reply was like 4 or 5 days or more.
Yeah. And then it's like 2 words, in all caps.
Oh God, he's actually responding on an Apple II. That's amazing.
Commodore 64, bruh. Still got those data chief drives fired up.
Totally. I think Commodore 64s had lowercase though. I can't prove it. My Apple II Plus did not have lowercase until I put the 80 column in it.
So how many people do you guys figure there was out there? How many booths do you guys
of them?
A quarter mile, and each booth is 10 feet, right?
Each space is 10 foot, yeah.
So you have approximately 140 booths? 146?
Spots, yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere vacant now.
The Canon side was really light this time, though.
Yeah.
There was
because Dan, what's his face didn't.
It only went up to like 120. To be fair, because there was like over 20 empty spaces, right?
Yeah. And Bond Arms was there, and they gave me free stuff, which was awesome. So.
I like the really nice super short lady from Bond Arms.
Yeah, she was kind of nice.
Was she attractive? Is that why you liked her?
Well, she was a nice lady.
She was
yes.
And she was only like 5 foot nothing.
She said she was going to shoot the Lynx, and then she never came back to shoot it. So I was disappointed about that. Because
what age is this individual? Like 20s, 30s?
30.
30, late 30s, early 40s.
Really?
Her daughter was there with her. So.
Oh, okay. There's 2 of them.
And she's married, so
Yeah, she was married.
Okay.
Her husband was there. So, but they
I
gave
just-
me a free set of grips from my Bond gun.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Plastic grips that are very thin that I really like.
Show us.
I got to shoot the gun. So it comes with. I have to watch because it's loaded. I don't want to shoot anything. It comes with these wood grips that are kind of like fat,
Ooh, chunky.
little chunky and the bohunky.
Chonky.
And so then they gave me
Present that to everyone quick.
these.
Ooh.
There you go. Plastic grips that are very thin, very svelte. So, and the screws go with them. So there you go.
In a tiny little package.
They gave you the screws loose, though.
Yeah, they gave them to me loose. I had to put them in the bag myself.
Oh.
You had to put them in your pocket.
Yeah.
Mickey
Yeah, he put them in my pocket. He actually put them in my pocket for me, which is a bit forward. But
Did you reach really deep in there to make sure they were
he
really
did. He did.
secure?
Make sure there was no holes or anything. Yeah. Yeah, but they're really nice. And
Piece of candy in my pocket.
that's the one thing I wasn't crazy about with the gun was the wood grips being kind of wide, and that's gonna make it really nice and thin. So
show the audience how H&K loaded that magazine.
Oh yeah,
it's a neat gun.
What?
Shit's all fucking backwards. It yanks them out the back. It's a neat action.
Yanks him out the ass end, and it has like a lifter, like a shotgun. So
or PKM.
Or PKM.
PKM is more of a dropper.
So even though it looks like it's loaded backwards, it's not. It's just the mag operates.
It's facing the right way. It's facing forward.
Yeah.
It just gets the shells.
Pulls it out and flips it up, and then
and then boom.
Rotating barrel, super accurate.
Fancy.
Yeah, rotating barrel, very very interesting.
Aren't those guns like about $900?
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Yeah. How many does that hold? 6?
It holds 7 in the magazine, and 1 in the chair.
Nice little double action trigger. Nice little flat ass pancake beaver tail hammer. In the sense that the beaver tail is the tail on a beaver, not like some kind of swoopy doodad that sticks out of the butt of the gun.
Like the beaver tail in 1911. It looks nothing like a beaver tail.
Yeah,
right.
Yes. And it looks like it's like a pug. It like it ran into a parked car.
Yeah.
Get that kind of.
It has an underbite.
So, yeah,
it would be neat if it had an underbite. But
they're making a long barrel version. It's going to be an inch longer.
You could put like a long Picatinny rail in there. So you can put like a one of those little knife.
Yeah, you can put like a
bayonets.
On there, so, yeah. But the long barrel version is going to have a little baby Picatinny rail. And I asked why they have the long barrel version, since the whole point of the design seems to be to make the gun shorter. And they said that some people get freaked out by the barrel getting sort of chopped off at the end of the trigger guard and think they're going to shoot their fingers off. Which I would advise.
Oh, because you stick your finger out the trigger guard like a dum-dum. Okay.
Well, I mean, even if you're two-handed it, I mean, you're not. I don't know. I mean,
some people use like the front of the trigger guard as like another point of contact. I think Jerry Mikulek made that kind of common and popular.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that with this one.
People are silly.
Yeah.
Should definitely put a pistol grip on the front of it so you can't.
a hand stop. That's what they need. That's what they need a Picatinny rail for, is a hand stop.
That's funny.
A little canted forward K grip like you get on the HKs, right?
The donger on the AMDs.
Little butt plug on the front there, just to make sure you don't get your tootsies in the wrong place there.
So were there a lot of non people that didn't bring guns out, just brought money to hang out, or is?
We had spectators on the Saturday there. There were spectators all weekend, but yeah.
There's no stands or anything, or like people can sit in the back and watch them like a grandstand, anything like that.
So they'll bring chairs and sit down behind you.
Yeah, they have to bring their own chairs. It's not like Knob Creek. If you've ever seen videos of Knob Creek where they have the actual stands.
Oh man, the stories. So there was a lot of stories around the campfire there about Knob Creek. I'd never been, but
make you not want to go though, right?
God, hell no. So the people putting on Knob Creek are pressuring the shooters to burn. I mean, well, they're
Burn up as
selling
much
it.
ammo as possible.
They shouldn't call it the Knob Creek Machine Gun Shoot. They should call it the Knob Creek Machine Gun Show, because what they're doing is charging their employees to fucking shoot their guns on their line, and then selling tickets to the general public to pack nut to butt 5 deep or whatever, and you know, have this spectacle or whatever. And so we had several people who in our group who had been there quite a few times, and they said the pressure is enormous to just mag dump everything and burn your barrels out, and you know, like all this crap, and your space is 6 feet wide, and like, so it's like one gun after another, and you're shooting 100 yards basically with gasoline bombs going off at the end, and dynamite as well, I guess. But it doesn't feel safe. You feel super pressured as a shooter to put on a show. Like, they literally, one guy said they would not let the shoot start until enough people had packed in behind them to make it worth their while or whatever. Like, and you're paying for a space to shoot, and you're getting super pressured to burn out all your guns so that the crowd can have their fucking.
And
Are
they
you not
restrict the
gladiator
window
show?
on the firing time. They compress the firing window. So like a Big Sandy, like on Saturday, fuck, you can
fire
shoot
all
for,
day.
what, like 9 hours? I mean,
Mhm.
it's like 3 separate sessions, but it's at least 3 hours a session.
It's like 9 to 12:30, or no, it was 8:30 to 12:30.
Yeah, it seems like 3-4 hours at least every time.
And then it was like 2:30, or it was 3 o'clock.
And really, what you get between sessions at Big Sandy is enough time to eat some dinner and load some magazines, and you're not at all
And chill.
hurt that you can't shoot, because
It's not like they're like really restricting it too. I would just be over there, and then everybody would walk away, and then people ask me questions about all these guns that aren't mine. I'd be like,
It'd be nice to just have a time where you'd like take your headsets off and ear pro and let your head breathe. Imagine having that shit on all day would get fucking old.
Yeah, you'd be like, so practically the only shooting I do is at Big Sandy now, and I'm fine with having my headphones on 2 days in a row.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's not so bad.
And it's honestly, it's not as loud as you would think it is. I mean, if you're 100 feet off the line, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
You still want air protection, but
you can leave the RVs without ear pro to go piss.
Yeah.
If you're not behind like somebody with like a fucking
recoilless rifle. Which one did he bring this time? I saw that video of the one last time.
What's that?
Was this
Oh yeah, so Dangerous Bob brought, I believe he brought 2 rounds to shoot, and he brought, I don't know what the gun was, but it was not the big gun, it was a smaller gun.
It was a 75 millimeter, not the 105.
To show to one of the guys who was with us, in hopes of selling it to him.
Which I think was successful, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe they consummated that relationship.
No price.
Yeah, he didn't bring Icarus. He brought the little guy, the 7.5, which only uses 3 pounds of powder.
Yeah.
Only shoots a 6-pound projectile.
Only. It was interesting how those casings on that were all perforated and shit.
That's fucking sketchy as shit, dude.
Yeah.
I went down to watch the shot happen there, and I arrived just in time to see the back blast go off from a distance, and there was lots of meat between me and the gun, and I was plenty happy to just see that and walk back up.
They kept telling me to back up.
There's lots of reasons why most militaries don't usually use recoilless rifles. Much.
Yeah. It's just, there's got to be a bunch of ISIS guys like, we found a new recoilless rifle. Let's take it to a 3rd-story apartment and
kill everybody inside.
It's so light and easy to carry.
Close the door. We don't want anybody to see us doing this.
Yeah. They walk in. Everybody's heads and eyes are all bleeding out.
It's 100 pounds. They should make it shoulder mounted. That's you guys.
Yeah. Jesus. How do you say perforated eardrums and torn retinas in Arabic?
Boom.
God will
Usually
help
it's
us.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
God will prevent us from getting overpressure destroyed.
I think those guys do that with RPGs all the time because you'll see like combat footage of like one dude walking behind another guy just shooting an RPG and getting knocked over with the fucking back blast as he's shooting down an alleyway.
Who? Oh God.
Oh, we got validation on our idea about the FTZ on a gun
The what?
range, the free trade zone in a gun range.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's
How'd that
apparently
work?
that's how you do.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're one of the cool kids, you got the cash to make that happen, I guess.
How could you do it on a like a non?
Yeah, Bulgarian
Create a
RPG 7
secure
rounds
area.
are like $40.
As long as it's secured, you know.
Wow, who did that, or do you feel at liberty of saying?
No, I was just being bandied about as the smart thing to do. That way, you can bring stuff into the country that's not in the country and
Your AN94
dispose of it properly.
Yeah, the AN94
Mm-hmm.
and a whole bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, I mean, you normally it has to be like the first port of entry when it does that, though. I thought.
Well, no, our buddy out in the desert there, they have one.
Yeah, I know. We've all been in it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not.
But usually it's shipped straight to there.
Yeah,
It doesn't like stop someplace else to get
Oh yeah, no,
brought
I don't
there.
think it does. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's open there, like because it's sealed. It doesn't officially enter in because there's no customs declaration. Because if you open it and it's not in a free trade zone, it needs to go through. But if it is, if you reseal it, it's like it changes its status.
So
it's all made up shit, anyways. So
that's our goal. FTZ at the end of the runway near the firing range.
Who do you have to bribe for that?
The usual suspects.
Several officials, yeah. What's his name? Yang or the guy from California that got busted for reporting RPGs?
Leland Yee.
Leland Yee, yeah, that guy. He's probably the one in charge of that shit.
I forgot about that. That's been a couple years ago.
You just got to know Norinco well enough.
Love me some hypocrisy.
Who was Fast and Furious? That was Eric Holder and the what alphabet agency was that? It wasn't the ATF, was it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Well, and then there's like, did you guys? I know you guys saw the guy with the one guy had the mod deuce with the big EOTech on top. Did you see him fucking cleaning that thing the one day?
Yeah, we were beside it.
Yeah, we were fucking standing there. Well, he's like fucking. Yeah, I don't know. He was just doing a lot of maintenance on it.
Some people like cleaning their guns.
Yeah, some people are fastidious.
So I know.
Spray more royal purple on it, and it will keep going. And then you're,
yeah, that's what I think.
It's like,
dude, I'm telling you, I put like 12,000 rounds through that 1919 after I bought it with unknown mileage on it before that, and the barrel got shot out. So I finally pulled it out. Like, it ran forever. Like. No maintenance. When I pulled the barrel out of the booster, the barrel wouldn't come out of the booster because there was so much fucking carbon on it. When I pulled it out, finally got it like yanked on it until the carbon broke free. There was a ½ inch of carbon packed on the front of the barrel. It was, yeah.
Yeah, and then you got fucking Arcus or Steve talking to somebody about, oh, I gotta sandblast my thing to get the thing out. Like, no, you don't. Just stop cleaning it so
Just
much.
yank on it.
Leave it the fuck alone.
Who would ever think that guns designed to fire tens of thousands of rounds in the military would need, fastidious cleaning, especially heavy machine guns? I mean, it's supposed to sit there and just chew through ammo until it melts down or gets destroyed.
Or it uses its gas system or whatever to the barrel.
To quote every gun writer ever, it digested the 750 grain pills with aplomb.
Yeah, it's like then he took the barrel off because he wanted to clean it around the thing and then you got to you got to set the headspace again because you took the barrel off. Fuck.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
I don't even know what the operation is of a Modus. It's not gas operated.
No, it's recoil operated.
Recoil.
Yeah, short recoil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different than the 1919, so I don't know. There ain't no
1919 barrel doesn't recoil at all. I'm pretty sure the Modus.
Oh no, it totally does. But
Really?
the Modus has a short barrel jacket and no booster on the end, so I assume it's just pure recoil. But the
Yeah.
1919 has a booster, and you have to have the booster size for the cartridge you're shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50 probably has enough inertia.
Yeah. The I've shot 308 twice now at the Big Sandy there, and 308 has a shitload of fucking muzzle flash out of a 24. I cannot believe that modern tracers made for shooting at night and stuff have that much recoil of a 24-inch barrel. It's shocking. I gotta get so I ordered it.
It's definitely not a low flash powder, that's for sure.
Yeah, I ordered an A4 flash hider with the intent to put it in my lathe and fucking do the thing to sleeve it for 308 so I can shoot with a flash hider, because that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I like the part where with that when you shoot at night, you immediately lose track over the sight is because you're daylight.
Yeah. So my strategy is to 2-eye the thing with the EOTech, and then when you start shooting, the flash washes out the EOTech entirely, but you can actually follow the tracers from there. And so if you got your both eyes open, you can follow the plane, the tracers, and hopefully where shit's going.
That's what you're supposed to do, though, is walk shit in using the tracers. I mean, you're not really supposed to use the sights at all. That's why, like, even non-night shooting has a tracer every third round.
2 feet of fucking muzzle flash.
Yeah.
It's literally lighting up the entire fucking tent,
yeah.
which is 40 feet long. You know, like, it's crazy. This is all Lake City M84 or whatever tracer, like, brand new manufacturer for Afghanistan or whatever, 308 tracer. Apparently the birdcage flash hiders on whatever the U.S. military is fielding today are very effective because it's fucking bright as shit out of my 1918.
You ever thought about threading it and putting a can on it?
I don't even know how you do that. You could put a can on the end of a booster but like,
you wouldn't need the booster in that case, would you?
You're not supposed to shoot an entire belt at an airplane, but it happens quite often.
So you wouldn't want to waste your can, right?
You want to kind of chill out after 100 rounds on a 1919, but like it's not uncommon for me to go to war and run a whole belt out on a plane.
Yeah,
and I can't imagine a can not being incandescent at that point. So
you could probably get like one of those, like an Osprey design, where all like, you know, like it's a 2x4 thick thing with all the. But yeah, it's probably gonna be fucking red hot.
Actually, an Osprey might be a good candidate, but still, though, like 250 rounds. Yeah. I just can't imagine a can not being more.
I think even the Saker would not. You know, even with the stellite and the fucking titanium.
Surefire did a thing with that where they had one of their cans and it took a 750 round belt before it melted in half and then fell apart.
Yeah. Right. But like,
that's right. Inconel. It's an Inconel blast chamber.
Yeah. We're talking about like I gotta pull it off the line and put it in a case at some point, and if I gotta wait like a half hour for it to cool down.
Well, that's why you just keep some water on hand. Just dunk it in there.
Temper? What temper? Fuck you.
No,
you're certainly metallurgy, sir.
I've
so to be
some
fair,
of the demo
Inconel would be fine. You know, if it's red hot, it's probably fine for that shit.
Yeah.
Those steels were made for making tools that can get red hot and still keep cutting.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we had a demo day. Well, it's been a couple years ago at the Silence HQ, and he got one of his SDN6s red hot. And he's like, well, fuck, I need to leave, but I need to put this in there. So he just dunked it in a can of water, like a bucket, and just fizzed it out and said, well, it's fucked up. You know, let's get a new one, but it worked fine.
Yeah. Don't do that.
The super alloys typically don't fuck up if you dunk them in water, but still, like, yeah.
Can you imagine how much a can would cost made all out of Inconel?
I doubt it'd be too much more expensive than they already are. I mean, that shit's a bitch to machine and a half, but it's no worse than titanium, I don't think.
A lot of times, even like stellite, you can't really machine stellite, so you have to get it precision cast.
Yeah, it's typically.
Well, you can machine it. I just thought it just gunks up the tools really fast.
EDM. Stellite's EDM. You can't. Yeah, it's hard to find a tool that'll cut stellite.
Yeah, so, I mean that's kind of the point.
They can't cold hammer forge it.
So I mean, yeah, I suppose
anyway. I mean,
an Inconel can with stellite lining.
Yeah, that'd be expensive as fuck.
I mean, when you're throwing a couple $1,000 worth of ammo through it, the can's cheap.
That's true.
Right?
Mickey sold me a stellite lined barrel from 30-06. I got it from him. It's brand new. I'm like, great. I just got a collectible fucking boat anchor. I can't fucking. It'll last forever, but if I shoot it, then it's no longer.
Hey, if you look at it this way, do you not screw your wife in hopes that her pussy's nice for the next guy?
Is it like Star Wars? Is it like Star Wars figurines? Once you take them out of the original,
so that's why stellite barrels last forever.
She told me I got girth for a white guy, so I assumed somebody's been there already.
Can't bottom out in a tuna can, but I can touch the sides, right? I assume you've heard that one.
Thank you, Ron White.
No, so what was it? I lost my train of thought. Anyway.
Oh.
Hey, they made that suppressor for the Lottie to rob that bank or whatever. So
Oh, yeah, a 55-gallon drum.
Oh, do you wanna form one? Fluffy, 17 days. I can find you a 55-gallon drum.
Dude, you should. Actually, yes.
You will have the stamp before you have the parts for the fucking thing. Before you even have your gun.
You can make a stationary one. You don't even have to file a stamp. As long as it doesn't attach to the gun, you can make them.
But if you rolled up at Big Sandy with the Thunderbolt and Lightfoot outfit, I'm serious, man. You get some serious street cred there.
Dude, how many people? So we have dual MG42s, right?
Right.
There's a Maxim. There's a 1919 A4. There's the boys' rifle. There's all kind of other guns. How many people walked up and said,
"Shorty PKM"?
No. Yeah. Well, how many people walked up and go, "Whoa, is that a Deagle?"
Yeah.
That's a very good point, sir. Look at that pimp gun down there. Oh my God. Is that also a 500 Smith & Wesson?
Oh yeah, you got to shoot the 500 Smith & Wesson.
I did. I hit my canopy with it.
With the recoil?
Yeah.
No.
Which means...
That's right.
No, I marred his fine handgun with my pleb tier fucking canopy.
Yeah, I got a piece of the 500 Smith & Wesson in my face.
Oh yeah, yeah. Where he
literally got shot. A little bit.
He's bleeding.
It is unfortunate that's shaven there a little bit there, you know.
Yeah, well, a little timing.
It might have been carbon chunks.
Just shake it, you know.
It's shaving lead that bad.
Where he got shot by it.
Yeah, that was not carbon chunks. Let's go with that. That is 100%. I'll tell you from experience. That is a ton.
I don't know. I shot a full cylinder and I didn't get any chunks in my face, so I'm not sure. You know.
It seems like those guns have. It seemed like once they get up to like 1,000 rounds, they kind of fall apart.
Oh, it doesn't have 1,000.
Especially the cylinder. Even
it's got a couple hundred, but not 1,000.
Yeah. I think I can out recoil it with 340 PD. I should have brought that. I failed.
You should have. You failed.
Yeah.
340 what?
340 PD. It's scandium titanium 357.
Ooh, yeah. I know what you're talking about now. Like that 7-ounce fucking.
11.2, but yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot some 158 grain barrel load 357 out of that.
Don't
That's
they
nerve
make
damage.
44 like that too?
They do, yeah.
Yeah, it's a 329.
That's for idiots to buy. I got a 2.5-inch 44 mag once. It was a regular like 629 or whatever the fuck they are. and but with bare backstrap and laminated wood grips on it, and it fucking hurt. I'm like, you're an idiot for buying this thing, moron. Like, terrible.
When my dad first bought his Thompson Center Contender, he had a 4570 barrel. It was a 10-inch 4570 barrel, and it had the original wood stocks on it. No magnet porting. Fuck, did that thing hurt? I could shoot it like.
But your 500 Smith & Wesson is worse than that.
Yeah, I know. But
okay, just so you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he got it magnet ported, and then we got Pockmeyer grips, and it was like a little pussycat after that.
Ah, okay. Packmeyer, yeah. Your Desert Eagle did get a lot of fucking attention. It was fucking hilarious. It was
That's because it's shiny.
Well,
it's shiny.
Is that really gold plated? Oh my god,
dude! You should get one. You should get one of your machine guns gold plated.
Well, you know what I need? I need to get a case, and instead of the foam, have like tiger fur. You know.
No.
Purple
velour tiger stripe with leopard fucking white and black fucking fake fur around the outside. That's how you do. It's purple plus leopard, white and black.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. Right, where do you back me up on that?
Yeah, I brought my anime grip guns, half of them.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
I liked, and then he put the case in the ejection port on the 1911 like it was stovepipes.
Yeah.
So safe.
Yeah.
Like you
God intended, little friend.
I was thinking about sweetheart grips. I could do like,
and then I put 1911 up top there so the FUDs would see it. And they saw it. They were looking at it all weird. They weren't sure.
They don't make it. Yeah, like I'm confused whether I should like this or not. I don't even know who that is. It looks like a cartoon.
The one guy's son, or I don't know how to say his name. He's like the first one. Do you have anime grips on your guns? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
You like opened his eyes to a whole new world.
He didn't have anybody who was retarded ever teaching him how to shoot. He just had his dad. So he was like doing the videos. I'm like, no, you got to hold it cool. Like it's Call of Duty. And I'm like, that's what you're doing the videos. I was showing how to take good videos, like the quality, like the camera. Like this is how you make meme videos.
I like the one-handed, Olympic style shooting your FAL pistol. That was pretty fun.
Oh yeah, Olympic.
You dual wielded some shit too, right?
What?
Did you get to dual wield some shit?
I dual wielded the Fluffy's M16 and the HK53, and I dual wielded the M16 and then the other that post the M16. What I dual wield? There's a bunch of other things.
You shot the 53 gangster style. That was
I shot every gun gangster style. Like I picked up a gun and I would just turn them aside, and then I realized that I can't HK slap a 53 except for the one time I did it. It was on video. I had to go back and find it. But all the other times it didn't create enough lock. But then I also found out that little knob on the bolt is actually for your finger to push it.
Yeah, it's like a jam enhancer.
Yeah, jam enhancer. It works. So I pushed it forward and then it worked. What did I dual wield? I dual wielded both Sebastian and the one guy's PTR, the HK51s. I dual wielded both those at the same time. The 308 full autos.
Nice.
I dual wielded those. What else?
You got to shoot Claire's G18 too, right?
Yeah.
Gangster style.
Like
No, I shot it normal the first way because they were all watching me. I was like, I'm like, oh yeah,
it's hilarious that he just went up the line and wandered into Claire's fucking shit. Like Claire's these M2, fucking 249 for sure, and who knows what he's an SOT, right? So he's got bowling ball cannons and fucking God knows what. And a permanent fixed fucking position on the firing line there because he's one of the partners on the operation and thing. So where he just like, hey bro, oh you got a G18? I want to shoot that. He's like talking to people like they're regular people or whatever.
Yeah, I talked to him, and then I saw that he had G36s, and I'm like, I started asking about all his guns because I never.
I know the guy, and I never got that fresh.
Oh yeah, dude, he's like, oh, you want to shoot things?
I mean, he's used to doing this at truck stops, with people he's never met before. So I mean, hone your skills in the.
Man, I should go out there. I should put myself out in the world there.
I go out. I was like, oh yeah, I was like, what's the long one called? I've never seen. He's like, oh, I don't know. Just pick it up. Let's shoot it. And I'm like, okay.
PGT FTW says Sebastian is a nut. I brought my reason from him who was trying to buy his ranch.
Rising.
Whatever. You guys must mention Sebastian earlier.
Video game chat application.
Yeah.
No, that's actually from our thread in
in
Gunnit, the sub you moderate sometimes.
Shut up. I've been all right. Fine.
Hey, you're at least helping me up in mod mail and stuff. Unless I'm like the Omniball.
I like to make fun of the dorks.
Yeah. All the people I temporarily banned for not being able to read the rules and they get all pissed about it.
Portman is the meanest mod I ever met in my life.
Yeah. Hey, at least my ban messages aren't calling people faggots and stuff like.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh. How did he? Oh, this guy fucks. This is cake day too. Holy shit.
Yeah. What else was it? Yeah, and then I got to shoot a G36E, which is the long one. Which number one, I knew they existed. I never knew the designation for it, and then I got to shoot it in the because they have like a 2-shot burst instead of a 3, then a full.
What?
His is like weird. His is like a one of like very small number of these things that are like HK post like in the US. It's I don't know. So they're more accurate. It's something HK did, and then they realized it was bad, and they never did it again. But it's a cool thing to have. Thing. Yeah, the one lady up there was laughing when she saw me shoot it sideways because I magged up the whole 30 feet. They're like, I never saw somebody shoot that before.
It actually makes a lot more sense than trying to shoot it straight up.
Well, I did shoot it for. I told you I went and then I'm like, okay. I was like, this one's really well. It's good that you don't have to switch. And then just like, and then the guy, one of Claire's friends, and his like wife were up there dying laughing. They're like,
was it a factory gun?
No. It was a G17 Gen 4 with a permanent auto switch.
Just right. Full out only. Yeah,
it's the deflecting sear. Yeah, it just pins it.
Like you do.
Yeah, I pretty much went down the line like 2 times, and if somebody wasn't there, I was just tried to bug them about their guns if I thought they were cool.
I'd go do that. That's always fun.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can talk to people.
I can talk to people.
Yeah, you seem to be good at it.
Sometimes.
Yeah, 3 of the people didn't even ask if I had a shooter's badge, and it was on the back of my head, so you couldn't even see it. One guy asked.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
It's on the back of your head so they can see it when you're getting the permission to shoot their gun, right? You walk right in that one, dude.
Very lewd.
I'm not. It's just too.
Yeah, that is lewd.
A little bit lewd. Yeah, I will say
to be fair, if Wordy is saying it's lewd, you know it's
fair.
Oh.
I also was dressed like a Muslim woman, so I had like literally this much skin exposed.
Well, you could
But
just.
I mean, like you were.
Say it's because you're in the desert and you're pale and white. So
No,
He's not that white.
He was
He's worried about getting
out.
too much darker.
Yeah,
He
I
was
don't.
mistaken for
He was
a.
wearing a boot out in an outfit only like two people there could understand how significant it was. Like,
He's like Gorka K. No, it's Gorka G. Autumn. SSL.
flip tier.
It must not have been that hot then to wear all that shit.
No.
I wore long johns and I
Kinda
wore
chilly, actually.
2 layers and much stuff. It was it's a dry cold, so you know.
What's the elevation up there? Is it like a couple thousand feet?
Hold please. I'll Google it.
It was like a solid 60 degrees, but it's literally dry as fuck. So it's like it's
Cold.
No, here's the thing too. It's wind. There's just never ending. It never stops like wind blowing on you.
That's because there's no fucking trees.
Yeah, but like it's you wouldn't think it would matter.
2,000 feet.
It's like a 10-mile-an-hour 5 constantly. So
2,000 isn't nearly as high as I would have thought.
Yeah. The wind is pretty constant, and we had a little bit of rain the first day, and it was the weather was pretty much ideal. I wore short shorts.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Not short shorts, shorts.
Short shorts.
I got my
Daisy Dukes.
If I ever want to, well, I should say when, is that I would hope it would be that weather every time.
Yeah, it pretty much is. I mean, like, there's variants, of course, but even the October shoot, so I believe the shoot was designed around the weather being ideal, and so it's chilly at night and kind of a little bit warm during the day, and obviously sun burns you and stuff, so you got to do that and whatever. But in general, it doesn't get a whole lot better in middle Arizona ever, other than in March or October. So
I also ran a match.
No, is it warmer in August?
It is absolutely warmer in August, but you don't want that. It's way better to be chilly at night and warm in the day than hot during the day and not chilly at night.
Gotcha.
Yep. Where did he run a match? He ate shit when he started out. It's just like adult league softball.
I fell and my gun jammed 3 times, and I still beat out 2 old people. So I was happy.
You fell?
Yes, I ate shit. That's an easy way to put that one.
How'd you fall?
It's not on video, so there's really no proof of it.
Yeah, there's really no proof of this. But
to be fair, though, my buddy who runs the matches quite a bit, last time they deepened the trenches this time because he ate shit so hard jumping in the trench that they wanted the trenches deeper so you didn't jump into them.
So.
Yeah, no, they like threw a bunch of like loose like sand in that, and I stepped in a big patch of the loose one, and then like my shoe sunk into it, and boom. So I get some battle wear on my AR-10.
Nice.
And your BRN-10?
Yeah.
Your hand.
Yeah, and my hand. It's mostly gone now.
Do you seem to have a problem every time you go out shooting a fluffy of hurting yourself? If it's not like 460 Rigby's, hip shooting and fucking up your shit, it's jumping into ditches.
I have to add that Wordy didn't get told not to bring his flamethrower next time.
Yeah.
I asked like in different variations like 3 times. I'd never heard a no the single entire time.
Right.
Well, the problem is you won't be able to hit anything probably.
No, it isn't because of that. I'm like, let's just say I have like a Mark 20, like a belt-fed machine gun short barrel on my left hand, 50 rounds of just pure tracers, and then my right hand I have a flamethrower. I was like, would that work around here? He's like, it could. Like that's all I need to know.
we gotta vet you to see if you're.
He was like, yeah, I didn't want to bring it to first, and he was like, I never seen somebody do that, which he probably hasn't seen somebody dual wield because when somebody uses the flamethrower, they're usually concentrating on one thing. But once you up past the like 80th time you use a flamethrower, start to get to that boring zone. So you have to add a little extra.
gotta skirt
Gotta
the edge.
gotta add a
Let's
kink.
see if we can get Life Flight involved in this shit show here we got going on. Want to go to a burn ward?
I did say I have full Nomex unders. Make that clear.
So
the only thing that means is they have to scrub you that much harder to burn you and to get all that stuff off you.
Yeah.
Nomex takes a
Nomex.
while. I mean, like,
It just holds the heat in better.
the regular cry position shit, it melts into your fucking skin, but you know, like the the proper Nomex stuff.
All that nylon.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, wear your nylon windbreaker.
Infidel set
slow
himself
everything
on
down.
fire a Christmas or two ago, and I had to put him out, and it was all, you know, like, oh, thanks for putting me out, bro. And I'm like, yeah, no problem, bro. And like, he's got like, I got scars on my back. I'm like, yeah, no shit, you do.
How do you do that on
He
on
backed
like
up into a propane thingamajig, you know, and propane accessories and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he got there on Christmas Eve a couple times ago there.
To be fair,
being shit faced, probably, right?
Well, that's part of it, but
Yeah.
he was pretty calm, and I put him out pretty calm, and we were both pretty calm. But then he had fucking scars. Anyway,
Yeah.
Next week probably wasn't that calm. He's like, "Oh fuck, my back."
yeah.
Right.
I've never caught myself on fire with
Right back. Put my kids to bed.
Always was, because it could be very
Anytime camping though around fires, I've caught myself on about 3 out of 4 times playing with a campfire.
Did Infidel get rid of his back hair?
on about 6 square inches of his back. Yeah.
It might be worth it, to be honest. I don't know.
You know, yeah, I suppose. I mean, if you don't enjoy
My wife, if I told her she could get a flamethrower and take the back hair off, she might do it.
Oh, really? Holy shit!
God, that would smell so terrible.
Like branding day, actually. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Clouds of yellow smoke. What smell like fingernails burning? Every time I go to Big Sandy on Sunday, huh? Oh,
how's Otto?
He's just waiting for this to end.
You didn't hear it. You didn't hear it. You didn't go yet, right?
What? No, not yet. No, yeah, no. Same holding pattern for a minute there. Till go see the doc again. He seems fine. He's raring to go.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the whole Mike sending me 50 more rounds thing.
Maybe he's like distributing them out to people, like in, you know what I mean, spreading the load out.
Yeah, but I like paid for him like a year and a half ago.
He will probably gladly send you your money back for the remaining portion.
First, take a quick audit of the games.
You keep saying that.
I know. That's how it goes.
They're really nice though.
Polio said gross.
What's that, bud?
3 hours ago, Polio said, in response to our thread here with the Big Sandy redo, there he said gross, and Bartman agreed with him.
What?
Yeah, that was his response.
That old fart.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently he's. Boy, I'm like gross. That like. Oh, because 144. I get it now. Yeah.
Gross.
Polio fucks.
He's clever.
This guy fucks. Alan.
I don't get it.
A gross.
144 is
144 of something is a gross.
I was confused for a minute. Holy fucks.
We thought Polio was like making fun of us, and then we figured out he's cleverer than us.
He's pretty clever.
In what? In the thread?
Yeah.
Oh, saying disgusting.
Oh, he said gross because 144 is a gross.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was my title of the
the last time
last
when
week.
we didn't
Yeah.
do the thing. Yeah. Now he's repeating it. I didn't get it for a minute, but then yes, I did get it now. And
I figured he was at first. I figured he was just responding to Igan's comment without, responding directly because.
Polio understands Reddit. I mean,
Yeah, he does he doesn't even have a lower threshold of all the shit posting and stupid stuff that people do. So
Yeah, can you imagine if he was a mod?
oof.
Actually, that's not a bad pick.
That's a Bannon.
Yeah, that's a paddling. Speaking of polio, you mentioned coming out for the SAR show.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get my buddy to fly us out
to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
I'll get out of bed
December,
for that.
right?
Then.
That's
Yeah,
in December.
Typically December 3rd, roughly.
Yeah, I got to talk to my buddy and see if we can fly out.
Cool.
SAR show.
I'll get out of bed and go to that one.
I'm trying to find
2018 SAR West.
Yeah. 2019.
Well, we want to go with 2019 on this one.
Yeah. November 30th, December
30th. Wow.
2019.
In the past, it's been early December, but I don't know.
They don't have a 2019. They only have, there it is. Derp, derp, derp.
It's where you go if you got to get parts for your machine gun and you've exhausted all other sources.
Except Big Sandy.
It's what?
Except Knob Creek.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. The gun show at Knob Creek would be worth going to.
All these shops are in Vegas. Is this show in Vegas?
No,
it's in Phoenix.
Oh, because all the everybody that's registered to go through it is like from Vegas or Henderson.
It's like a regular Crossroads of the West show out here, but with 2 more buildings and more machine gun kids.
I was seeing if Chug's place is on here, but it's not.
No,
Knob Creek has a really amazing gun show. Like, to be fair,
I assume so, because that would be the literal only reason I would want to go to that.
I mean, most of the time I was ever there, it was there because, like, as you said about the small spaces and stuff, like, you share them with other people like we did, but it sucks and it's humid and you don't actually want to shoot when you're there.
It's in Kentucky, right?
Oh, fuck yeah, it's in Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's fucking humid the entire fucking time.
I can't imagine it not being like every small road around the place packed with cars on both sides, and you gotta park your car, hopefully if you can get a spot, and walk 1.5 miles into this thing and sweat all day and cheer for.
Yeah, you don't park behind it. It's literally like
shooting machine guns, and then
probably have like a shuttle that brings people in.
It's a shuttle, but it's just like a shit ton of pavilions and stuff with like guns underneath them, and then you start to see like by like day 2 Saturday, half these fucking guns people brought out are fucking just like surface resting to fuck because it's like 90% humidity out. Pretty good.
Surface resting,
and they actually took their subgun match and changed the rules so Richard Lage couldn't win it anymore.
So we couldn't wipe them off the floor?
Yeah, like no magazines over 30 rounds or whatever. Like, so the M11, Max 31 can't
fucking the coffin mags.
Yeah, or
a drum.
Yeah,
she just fucking pinned it. Like,
no, like literally, Richard Lage was winning every one of them. So with his creation, and then all the HK fanboys got butthurt, and so now you have to load every mag to 30 rounds or less, and like it's a whole.
Why didn't they buy Beta C mags?
Yeah, I was gonna say those exist for HKs.
Yeah,
I have one.
Or Beta, whatever they're called.
No Beta mag has ever been reliable, Korean or otherwise.
What about those ones on the MG42s?
The Doppeltrommels, they seem to be pretty
good.
Yeah, Skookum as frig.
Those are the ones they used to mount on the aircraft back before they had like in-wing guns.
Yeah,
right?
it's a tube gun, machine gun, open bolt, whatever, with I guess 100 round 8mm drum.
50 dual feed.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So a Beta C mag upside down
Yep.
but made out of steel and with German engineering and The biggest problem with Betamax is the towers are plastic. So
yeah,
your mag release cuts the shit out of them, and they eventually quit working.
Probably because they're so heavy, anyways, and the recoil and the weight just kind of wears into it.
Yeah, they're made out of plastic. That's the problem, which is why mag pulls I don't think are bad because
you basically have to tear them apart every time you shoot them, and put them back together with new graphite and tighten screws and stuff, and then they run pretty good. But if the tower is holding up to the mag release,
yeah, I don't think those German tower, like the German ones, are made to a price point, which is probably why they're good.
Yeah.
They're prohibitively expensive though, if you actually tried to make them.
Oh yeah. And if you want to buy one, yeah.
Why is this so good and so cheap? Because it was made for 10 times as much money as you ever planned to spend.
Yeah. Military surplus is the best deal ever.
Yeah.
Something that costs 300 times more than you're paying for it now.
Yeah.
As long as it's not rare.
How could they make these guns that are so highly machined so cheap? Well,
someone else, $1 million of them at a time.
Yeah. $99 lotties, man.
Yeah, $99 lotties.
That's because back when they were probably worth more as scrap metal.
2 years before I was born. Sigh.
Yeah, the only good,
$149 Solitherns. That's an even better deal.
Yeah, drive out to California and take as many as you want home in your car.
Buy a dozen of those, you know?
How much ammo? Oh, I want all your ammo.
That's like the Noreen trigger packs, right?
Like $10
yeah.
Entire every time he needs money just to sell a few more trigger packs he has registered for the last 30 years.
Long Mountain Outfitters in '92 had $700 H&K series, brand new.
LMO, that's
that's
what's his nuts that used
Chug's
to
organization.
Yes, used to be.
The LMO was the old Dan Shea.
Yep.
Yes.
Everybody I've ever met who's ever spoken to him tells me he's a terrible individual, but I learned a shitload from that guy because he was putting himself out there and publishing Machine Gun News, and I appreciate that about him. But
yeah, people say the same thing about me.
Except you don't know anything.
I know what not to do.
Oh fuck! What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like when
do you really know what not to do? I mean, your iPhone was in a dumpster one time.
Except how to not sell a Sterling, apparently.
That one guy that posted the AN94 on the subreddit before it got taken down, I scared the shit out of him. But the only alt I ever made is I made it, and then I said LMO or
there's only one place these exist. Probably.
Yeah, I'm like Dan is gonna rip you a new asshole when he finds out you post these pictures on the internet.
It was gone 2 seconds later. You know what? You're right. Fucking Ian had to
saved all the pictures first.
Ian had to go to England to get a fucking video with a D-Watt or whatever, right? Like, holy shit.
An AN94?
Yeah, Dan Shea has one.
Oh no! I was saying though is that you can in Russia guys buy the old like how you got your 104, your parts. Yeah. There's pictures if you go on like K and like things of like people actually doing what Vickers did over there, but doing more the not certified training to shoot.
I would love an AK-107 parts set.
There's a guy who did a thread about a VSS. He went over there and he paid and he found some Russian guardsmen who would let him shoot a bunch of cool guns.
I think that's really getting cut down a lot because I know a lot of the guys who used to bring that shit in, they don't get it anymore.
No. Yeah, what I was saying though, he like went over there to do like firearms touring because he was a Slavabil. Yeah. And he made threads like of a VSS and tore it down and everything and put it back together.
Yeah.
Like did deep strips on them.
the documentation effort is, I mean, yeah.
Well, I think Feisty Crawfish is getting pretty close to the Bison kits. Those are almost, I think, ready for, because we had him on here a couple months ago, and I know he's been posting every once in a while, and
it's pretty cool.
Chitin Defenses or Instagram.
I really would like
So
to.
are they making Bison kits?
Yes, they are.
And how much are they selling them for?
There's no price on them yet, but they are working on. They've got most of it, I think, reverse engineered. Just look up Chitin Defense, I think, on Instagram.
So
Like chitin, like the chitin in your fingernails.
Yeah, so is it more or less than Connects boxes in the mail?
Is it gonna ship faster than HMG?
Yes.
Yeah, I sent out my FFL information today.
You did?
I think you could rebuild the Titanic and put it.
Did you send yours in?
Who?
Did you send your FFL info to HMG?
No, but I obtained it from my designated FFL. So
all right then.
Did you send it with a big picture of your dick on top of it too?
No.
Fuck you guys.
I was told early on that I would get a dick butt emblazoned in the inside of my receiver. So we'll see.
I think you could make a period correct scale
get a hat, though. Woo. And a shirt.
of the Titanic and have it set sail before they ship their first gun.
Yeah.
I don't think Fluffy can hear FC.
Yeah, I know.
We've been
doing this all night.
He keeps talking and you keep talking over him.
Yeah, well, it's because I can't hear him. I can hear everybody else. I can't hear him.
I guess there's only a silver lining to that story.
You.
He laughed.
It is 10:40. Do you want to keep talking, or do you want to wrap this up and do some after show shit? Or I mean, you guys have more. You guys have obviously probably all kinds of stuff you can say.
Let's go through Big Sandy real quick. Got there, drove a whole bunch. Got there, met you in person. I drank chocolate syrup. Went to Big Sandy. We didn't die. We shot a bunch of cool guns. I fell. I'm allowed to use my flamethrower next year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring different guns.
You gotta
I don't know anything else I missed. Your gun's really bright. Your 1919 is like the biggest mother.
You know.
I think that about covers it.
Yeah.
So you guys have fun?
Sure.
He can't hear you.
It's always not. It's never not fun.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime you go and hang out with other dudes and shoot guns, that's pretty fun, probably.
Yeah. That's pretty fun.
Eat bacon cheeseburgers and fart a lot and stuff.
Yeah. was the food terrible or was the food serviceable? Because I mean, food obviously isn't a big thing for me, but maybe for you guys, I imagine it might be.
So the food is provided by the local 4-H kids from Kingman or whatever, and they're competent.
Yeah,
the food is good enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if somebody was to come out there with like a taco truck, they'd like corner the market.
Oh yeah.
Some kids came out with a latte truck one time, and it was they were very popular, but they didn't come back. So
like a coffee latte truck.
Yeah. I had several of them just to make sure they came back. And I don't give a shit about coffee most times, but
yeah,
I do like being awake and stuff. So
helping you with that morning shit too.
Well,
I'm sure all the booze from the night before did that too.
It helps itself.
How much booze did you guys bring?
Not too much. We were lightweights.
No.
Yeah. Only went through half a bottle of vodka, I think.
That's why you drank more at my place, probably.
We weren't. Yeah, I was way less hungover this time than last time. I think Infidel's an instigator on that.
I did the thing where I got drunk and I just kept passing out in chairs.
Yes, twice.
Why am I not surprised?
I didn't.
That's me.
I was a nice person. I just fell asleep in my chair till I woke up like 3 times. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I heard the beginning of the story and the end of it. And I'm like, I don't even care anymore. I'm like, I tuned in and then tuned out. What was the other thing? There's one more thing.
They have like any infrastructure out there, like lights and stuff at night, or
porta potties.
Porta potties is it?
Yeah.
The moon was out, so you could actually see at night every time without a headlamp.
So no showers or nothing like that.
Oh, it's 4-H and 4-H and porta potties. That's
our in the camper, our microwave was made by High Point.
With an E on the end of the point.
Yeah, a High Pointy.
Aren't they Hot Point? It's not High Point. It's Hot Point.
HIGHPOINTE.
I noticed it when I was microwaving, like my dollar hot dogs, because I'm not giving 4-H kids money for mediocre food.
But you'll gladly eat the mediocre food if you give it yourself. Yeah.
With the free packets of sauce from Chick-fil-A, because I wasn't buying ketchup either.
Nice. Well, if Chick-fil-A had a fucking truck up there, they would.
I kept making us stop every day to get food. So
yeah.
I told him I get great if I don't have food.
Gordy did get a salad from the 4-H kids once.
Yeah.
I was the first person because I had to open the ranch. I had to open the ranch or boss off, whatever.
That's why you pack a cooler for snacks. You have to stop when you get hungry. The only thing you stop for is when you're about ready to explode from shitting or pissing yourself.
We stopped for gas. We did not cut any gas stuff short because of having to go to the
we did whenever we stopped to eat sometimes, because I noticed it would work better. We did it once. Once both trips, because
remember everything was fucking closed in Texas, so we had to stop in New Mexico.
We drove the whole way through Texas.
Jesus.
Why were you driving through fucking Texas?
That's how you come back on 7.
On the ways slow on the low route.
No. Amarillo.
It's actually faster to go that way than it was to go to your place.
Man, you guys must have to cut down south a shitload after coming through my place then.
Yep.
Yeah. Down through Kansas, Colorado, and New Mexico.
There's this road called CO 350, which is 150 straight miles of a 2-lane road, and there is nothing fucking on it except that mile 120 there's a fort. like the armored division training fort.
What about the giant cross in the middle of nowhere and can't?
No, there's 3 of those in the middle of nowhere in
Colorado, Texas. Yeah.
We thought there was only one. That design's obviously not trademarked or something, so other people were using it.
I don't imagine crosses are trademarked.
Well, it's a very specific design. To be fair,
it is a very specific design. I don't know if they're supposed to be if they're supposed to be field goal posts, like endpoint markers, or what. But they are.
It is not. It's not they just went out and made the square cube 3D thing of it. It was a very specific design, and there were 3 of them.
Were there 3?
Yeah.
I only saw 2. I saw a shit ton. We saw how many fucking windmills did we see in Texas?
We saw literally, thousands of windmills in Texas.
I say you probably saw a shitload of those coming through Iowa too.
No. Yeah,
pumping water for the cows.
No, these are
the big windmills.
Yeah.
Oh, for grinding grain?
No.
Actually, you know what? I would
making power.
Are you sure you weren't in Holland?
I would say they're good.
The turbines. Yeah.
Yes, for making electricity.
Well, I mean, they do grow grain out there, and they probably do grind it, so they would be windmills for grinding grain and everything else that is required by power.
Works in a roundabout way, right?
And we found
they probably just use fractal oil for that now.
Chicharrones, which are good.
Oh, it's
all right, gents. I think I'm gonna head off to bed. So I do that thing where I go to work tomorrow.
Yep, we can stop here and we can hit out the after show. So we say our nights.
All right.
Bye.